Hey everyone, this is Pete. Just a quickie today. I'm going to be taking it relatively easy on the video front this week because last week was supposed to be me taking a holiday, having a week off, and I ended up putting out 3 videos. So I'm probably going to take it a little bit easy this week. But since I did receive a very generous package from regular viewer Daniel, aka Beat, this week, I wanted to just say a public thank you to him for that. So I received this note from him that said, "Dear Pete, thank you so much for all the years of enjoyment your videos have brought me. I've learned an awful lot about Atari games from you and many more topics besides. I always look forward to watching each vid. Here's a small token of my appreciation. Many, many thanks, Daniel." And it's an otter. It's an otter, right, isn't it? Something like that. It says Midori on the back, which is appropriate because that's the name of Mario Gamer's mascot as well. So there was a bunch of stuff in the package that Daniel sent me, beginning with this rather lovely joystick here. This is a QuickShot 2 Turbo. I haven't actually tested it fully yet, but it seems to be in very good condition. All the micro switches seem to sound like they're intact and everything like that, so we'll give that a go towards the end of this video. And then there was various pieces of software that were in the package as well. So there was this disc here, which is a disc for the Atari ST game Virus, that, if I remember correctly, I can't refer to the conversation we had about it, but if I remember correctly, the context of this was that he had a copy of something like Bard's Tale, but he noticed that the label for the disc had been stuck over something that was already there, and he peeled the label off and he found that this disc underneath, this printed directly onto the disc, Virus for Atari ST. And so he used a greased weasel to image the disc back to what it would have originally been, which is a game by David Braben, also known as Zarch on Archimedes, I think. And yeah, so he sent me that disc as well because he wanted it to go to someone who's actually got an Atari ST, which is sitting back there at the moment. Next up, we have a couple of I believe pre-release or evaluation copies of PS2 games, beginning with Tour de France here. Don't know anything about this game, but it's suitable for 3 and up apparently, and it comes on one of those lovely blue CDs. And it's by Konami apparently. Yeah, I know nothing about this game, but I'll be intrigued to give it a go because cycling is, I feel, an under-tapped part of sports games. Then we've got a similar situation for Final Fantasy XII, which is very cool. I've got the box copy of Final Fantasy XII on my shelf, but it's really cool to have this sort of pre-release version as well. Promo only, not for resale. And then inside the package we have just a bit of extra information about it as well. Pretty neat. Then we have this game for PS1 called One Piece Mansion, which I'd not heard of before, I don't think. I might have heard the name before, but I've certainly never played it. It's nothing to do with the anime One Piece, as you can probably tell from the artwork. It seems to be a sort of puzzle strategy management game. So I'll just read the back for you here. It says, "Can't we just all get along? It's not easy being the landlord at One Piece Mansion. It all sounds so easy. Build your mansion as high as you can, raise the rent and collect more money. But with a building full of crazy tenants, a sumo wrestler, a newlywed couple, cat-loving old lady, student, ninja, inventor, and many more, it's up to you to make sure daily life runs smoothly. It's going to take some serious skill and patience to keep the peace and make sure life at the One Piece Mansion remains stress-free." So I think it's more puzzle game than management game. And I hope it's not too complicated because the manual's not in the box, but I'm certainly not complaining because it's not a game I've seen before, and it's one I'm looking forward to giving a go to. He also sent a few Dreamcast games, which I don't actually have in my collection. Here's Echo the Dolphin, which I've actually never played at all. I never played this back in the day because I never got into the Mega Drive one, so I never sort of felt any attachment or reason to have a go at the Dreamcast version. So I'll be curious to try that. We have Sonic Adventure, which I have played before numerous times on Dreamcast, on PC, on GameCube, on all over the place. But as part of my rebuilding my Dreamcast collection, I actually hadn't got around to adding Sonic Adventure back to my collection, so that's good to have that. Same situation for Choo Choo Rocket. when I bought my current Dreamcast, it actually had a copy of Choo Choo Rocket that was supposed to come with it, but it didn't work, unfortunately, and I hadn't got around to replacing it since then, so hopefully this one works. This is an excellent puzzle game if you've never played it before. Then we have Legaia 2 Jewel Saga for PS2, which is an RPG I've had my eye on for a while, and I think this can go for quite a few quid actually, so I'm very happy to have a copy of this. Don't know much about it, other than it's one of the many RPGs that are on PS2, and I'm intrigued to give it a try. A magical crystal that supplies infinite water to the small village of Knoll is stolen by force, later causing a solar eclipse that drowns the land in an evil light. The monsters flourish and all seems lost. Now Lang, a rookie member of the Vigilance Corps, must fight his way across uncharted lands to recover the crystal and restore peace to the land. So yeah, sounds good, and this seems to be complete in box as well, which is very nice. Always nice to have PS2 manuals. And then we have a shrink-wrapped copy of Major Minor's Majestic March for Wii. Excited to try this because I do like sort of novelty weird Wii games, especially Wii exclusive games, and sort of music games are a big thing that I've always adored as well. So, attention aspiring drum majors of the world. Can you guide the courageous cat Major Minor through the whimsical musical adventure? Brought to you by Masaya Matsura. Oh, that's the Parappa the Rapper guy, isn't it? The visionary creator of the music game genre, and drawn to life by renowned artist Rodney Greenblatt, Major Minor's Majestic March is an extravaganza of music and colour unlike anything you've ever experienced. Never played this. Quite keen to, especially given the pedigree of the people who are behind it. So I'm sure there'll be a video on that at some point. And then last of all, we have this art book here for Dragon's Crown, full of lovely pictures of the characters and enemies from the game, and upsetting games journalists since whenever it was. Oh dear, I shall enjoy that later. Yeah, so thank you very much for that. That's a very exciting package that we've got there, and I think the last thing that we should do is we should give this joystick a bit of a go, shouldn't we? So if you bear with me just a moment, I'm going to readjust the camera and we'll see how we get on with that joystick. I'll be right back. Alright, not the best camera angle I know, and not the best quality recording of the screen either, but we'll have to live with that for now, because that's the best I can manage on short notice. But yeah, this is the S-Drive Max on the Atari 8-bit, which is full to the brim with stuff. So let's navigate through it with the joystick and see how it works. So up and down seem to work just fine. If we hold down the fire button and push right, we should be able to go into a directory. And then see what we can dig out. 1,000,001 variations on Boulder Dash in here. Flip and flop. That will do. Control L. Control L. Alright, let's try this. So the S-Drive Max works just like a virtual disk drive, basically. So it's loading from a virtual disk now. Let me just get comfortable. Ooh, excuse the wobbling image. And start. I want to start on level 12 now. Right. Let's put this thing to the test. And you know, it works. You know, it's such a novelty to have a joystick from this era that's still working properly. Because I've got loads of joysticks from back in the day and they're all knackered in one way or another. So the only one that I've got that really reliably works is the Monster joysticks that I picked up a while back, which is a modern one. But yeah, it's really nice to have a sort of authentic one from back in the day that appears to work perfectly. Let's just do another level with Mitch the monkey, not Flop the monkey, as we all know. This is a pretty nice joystick, actually. You don't need to grapple it too much. It takes a reasonably light touch to go in each direction. Yeah, good stuff. All right, happy with that. So yeah, this was just a quick video just to say thanks for that haul, basically. And if any of the rest of you have anything you want to send me, do get in touch. I will gratefully receive anything that you wish to give me, because, you know, it's always nice to get stuff. Obviously, there's no obligation or anything like that. I'm not demanding or begging or anything like that. This was just something that that Daniel wanted to do because he had this stuff and he wanted it to go to a good home, and it certainly has. So thank you very much to Daniel. And it just remains for me to say, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.